friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're just gonna have a little chill, laid-back video. I want to share some of my favorite affordable drugstore products with you, and I actually want to show them in action, so we're gonna do a little get ready with me with my top 10 products that are under $10. Not a single one of these are new products. These are all things that have not only been around for a while, but things that I have mentioned many times on my channel. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in the new products, and I'm constantly swatching and reviewing new things. So I really wanted to showcase some great products that are really affordable drugstore type staples that I use and I love all the time. I'm also further challenging myself because I'm not including any ColourPop products in this. I do have one indie brand that I'm going to talk about. Otherwise, these are all really staple drugstore brands. I'm talking about 10 different brands, 10 different products, everything you can find for $10 or less. So before I get into the makeup application, I want to start with my first product, which is this nail polish. I have been raving about Triple O polish since I first purchased them just about a year ago. The little mini bottles are only $6. They have so many beautiful, unique shades. I'll give you a little close-up. This is such a cool shade. It's mustardy chartreuse. I love this color. I have not been disappointed with any shade that I've purchased from Triple O. This is the first product I wanted to mention. This is definitely a top 10 under 10 product for me. Something that I wear and use all the time. Highly recommend. Now I'm gonna start putting some makeup on my face. I'm gonna zoom in and talk a little bit more about some of my favorite products at the drugstore. First up, we need a sponge. This is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. You can find it for around $6. It's one of my favorites, and it's been a long time staple for me. A newer favorite of mine is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one is also priced at $6, and these two are such a great affordable combo. Using just this e.l.f. concealer and blending it in with a dampened sponge gives me just enough coverage. I don't feel like I'm missing my foundation, and it gives me a really nice, natural, hydrated look on the face. If you find that you need a little bit more coverage or you prefer a matte finish, you can always go with the original camo concealer from e.l.f. It's the same price. That one's just a little bit too dry for me. I do have dry skin, so I prefer the more natural, satiny, glowy finish of the hydrating version. I ended up going back and layering a little bit of extra concealer over my blemishes when I did my brows off camera, and just a little bit of powder, and I found that I got a really great coverage with this concealer alone. Next up is lips, and one of my all-time favorite affordable lips is the Chapstick Total Hydration Tinted Lip Oil. My favorite shade is called Blushed Bronze. You can pick this one up for around $7. It gives great color, and it's also comfortable, hydrating, and it feels like skincare for your lips while you still get a little cute glossy color. Now I'm gonna bronze, and one of my all-time favorite affordable bronzers comes from Wet n Wild. It's the Color Icon bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. I've tried so hard to just use this little corner so that I don't mess up the cute leaf print. This bronzer is just a little bit shimmery. It's not glittery. It has more of a satin glow to it, so it looks really warm and natural on the skin. It doesn't look too flat and too powdery, but it also isn't really shimmery, shiny, glittery, so it looks very natural, and it's easy to use, easy to blend, really hard to mess up, so I love that. Next is blush, and I have been raving about the blush, specifically this shade Bespoke from Essence. I can't believe that this blush is only $3. It's so lovely. It's so natural looking. Again, it has a little bit of a satin sheen to it. It's not a flat matte, but it's also not a really glittery, shiny blush. It's just that little bit of hydrated looking glow on the skin. It looks like a natural flush. It wears all day. It's just such a beautiful, insanely affordable product. And this one, I am kind of cheating a little bit. The Milani Baked Highlighter, the shade Dolce Perla is my favorite, but I recommend this formula across the board. This one is $10.99, so it's just slightly over that $10 price point. However, you can often find Milani products on sale at different drugstores. Plus, Milani is one of the brands that's eligible for that ubiquitous $3.50 off of $15 purchase at Ulta. So you really can snag this for less than $10 if you just wait for a good deal. And I love, love, love the way my cheeks look with these three products. Moving on to eyes, I'm grabbing my Maybelline City Mini palette. This is the Matte About Town palette. It's definitely one of my favorites that I've tried from this line. These shadows are so soft, they're so blendable and just truly easy to work with. They're not crazy pigmented, but they definitely show up on the eye. They wear all day for me. I don't have issues with creasing and crumbling and my shadow disappearing. I am continually impressed by this little $10 palette from Maybelline. They have a whole bunch of different color options in the City Mini line, but I find this little neutral matte palette to be an incredibly useful staple palette. It's really nice and small, so it's easy to store. It's easy to take with you if you're doing your makeup on the go or if you're traveling somewhere. It's just a great, reliable little neutral palette, and I do find it difficult to find great palettes at the drugstore. This is always at the top of the pack for me whenever I think about high performing drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I really love to pair the mattes in this palette with a shimmery single shadow. I'm choosing the L'Oreal Infallible Shadow in the shade Amber Rush. This is such a beautiful shimmery rose gold shadow. You could easily go for a more colorful shade or grab a Super Shock shadow or something along those lines, but I just love this formula. I love this color. I know it's really basic, but it's such a beautiful, easy, go-to little simple look. And this applies really nicely with a flat brush too. I like to first apply with my finger and then go back with a slightly dampened brush to really activate that shimmer and give me a really bright, shiny, metallic, almost wet looking eye. But, you know, if you prefer a little bit more subtle, you can just do a little swipe of the finger and be good to go. I did go back and add just a little bit more of that darkest brown from the Matte About Town palette for a little bit of extra depth, a little bit more contrast on the eye. Lastly, last product, we're going to talk about mascara. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. I can't tell you how much I enjoy this. I have no problems with smudging or flaking. I get great length and volume while still maintaining a more natural looking lash, which I really prefer for my looks. So this has been a favorite mascara basically since it launched. It's sort of like a better version of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, just my opinion. And here's my finished look. It's affordable, it's easy, and most importantly, it makes me feel great. I know this is nothing too crazy with this look. This is definitely the type of thing that I'm gonna go for just on a regular day-to-day basis. Something that's easy, affordable, it makes me feel really fresh and cute, doesn't take a million years. Sometimes you just need an easy, lazy makeup day. You could easily just take this exact same look and switch out this infallible shadow for something brighter and more colorful and instantly do something a little bit more bold, a little bit more fun and funky without adding any extra steps, without adding any extra cost. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear what your affordable favorites are. What's your top 10 under 10? I could probably do another video like this with 10 more products because there have been so many great drugstore releases lately. So definitely let us know what your favorites are because I often shop based on your suggestions and you never steer me wrong. I always love to hear what you think about things too. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. We're gonna have a little first like 10 seconds already can't speak. I blame this. This is what's throwing me off right here. But otherwise, these are all and loving the so I'm gonna zoom in and talk about some more of my I'm sure I will come up with something clever to say in just a moment. Nailed it. Your request. It's been so long since I wore this Amber Rush color and I realized that it is the most basic of all time, but I don't care. I love it. The hype was very real for these. Okay. Okay, cool. That concealer really did a good job covering this little bad boy up. I put a little powder on top, but that's really it. I didn't do any foundation. Okay, elf. Okay. I got my little glowy cheeks, my little casually sweaty cheeks. I got my By Mel Klein earrings, which are kind of hard to tell because my hair is so dark, but they're like these little tortoise shell looking discs. They're just so cute. They go with everything. It's okay to be basic and also to be feeling yourself. Just remember that, because that's me. And that could be you too. Or be not basic and be feeling yourself. Just whatever it is, I think you're great. And that's why I love your face. Okay, I will talk to you very soon, and thanks for watching, and I love your face. Okay, bye!